What up? What up? What up? What up? Right, should be good to go. Oh, this is my first day back at work. So the idea of coding all day and then coding for a couple of hours on the side is not incredibly appealing to me, but we'll crack on. I'm nearly done. Final parts are always the toughest. Anyway, today, or this evening, what I'm going to focus on should hopefully be quite a short session. Here I have these blog cards, and I've got an image with the title and some tags, and I'm going to add a little toggle here, and when I toggle that, I'm going to replace the image with an abstract. I can't decide if I'm going to replace the image or the text. Maybe the text makes more sense. Yeah, maybe I should do the text and keep the image. It's going to be kind of weird if the title's here and the image is above. So let's see what we can do. So first thing we're going to need to do is go to our card component, and I'm also going to need a radix toggle for this. Two state buttons that can be toggled on or off, and that's going to be in the bottom right hand corner of the card. So we have a dedicated blog card here. Here we have the tags, and I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to stick a toggle in here. This toggle will be a button, so I'm going to add it to the button, and we're going to call it a preview button. So export function preview button, and then we'll just return. And do I have any toggles here? Let's just get rid of that debounce for now. No, I don't. So we'll just have to use the example. So we have a toggle group root and multiple items. I actually just want, this is a toggle group, I just want the toggle. Yeah, I don't want anything complicated here, I just want an on-off state. I actually wonder what the benefit of this is, rather than just using a normal button, but we will use it anyway. So first thing we're going to need to do is grab radix toggle. I don't know why my terminal does that. Alright, we've got that. And then let's just grab this. Then we've got a toggle demo here where this is a styled toggle. So we'll just grab this and then we'll style it as we see fit. Let's add it down here and we can move it up later on. So this is going to be a styled preview button. Preview toggle, I suppose we should call it. The colors, I'm just going to use random colors because I don't want to import anything that I'm not going to use. Hover, red, and if it's on, background blue, color green. Glasgow divide. Alright, so we've got a style preview toggle, and here we'll just return this example code. The area label is going to be description toggle, or preview toggle, I suppose. This is going to, we're going to fire up radix icons. We're going to look So we've got an I think I prefer eye none to eye open. So eye none to eye closed, sorry. So I'm going to use the eye none. I want the width and height to be 44. I'm going to use a styled preview toggle here and the eye none icon. I think that's all we need for just now. Let's jump back to my code. We'll go to the card. And we'll go, ooh, why did that say preview? Oh, did I call it preview one? Preview toggle. And start our local build. Excellent, beautiful. But we have this little button here, right? So we're hovering over. So we've got the tags, we have a box, which is a horizontal direction by default, and we are going to, what we're going to do, we're going to justify the content to be space between. There we go, boop. And then I want, so we can set that there just now, right? And then we have an on and we have an off. One thing I want to do is prevent that. So at the moment, there is a link here. This text is a link. However, there is a ref attached to this card, and whenever the card is clicked, it will, there is a ref attached to the link. And whenever the card is clicked, it will programmatically click this link and take us through to the article. The problem with that is if I click this button, the event will propagate up into the parent card, click the card, which will click the link. So you'll see this button. If I click this, you'll see this shows that it has focus and it takes me through to the article. So I'm going to need to prevent that from happening. And we'll do, I'm guessing, this toggle. I really hope it has an on pressed change. And then for the moment, I think I can just do e.stop propagation. On press change event handler. Just saying, it doesn't send me the actual event. That is unfortunate. I don't know how to fix that. The thing is, I don't even actually know if a toggle is the right thing to use here. I mean, it kind of is, right? Because it's either going to be on or it's going to be off. You're either going to preview the description or you're going to see the title. But how do I prevent... It's really weird they don't give me access to the event. I'm going to see if on press or on click maybe. Do they expose that? Let's see. Excellent. Cool, so now I can freely toggle this. I'll need to change this focus. This has a style on it that if anything inside of it has focus, then it will put an outline around the entire card. With the intention of, it just allows a user to tab through like this. So, one thing I want to do is, let's see what we've got here. Preview toggle, and then I want an on press, and then we'll pass. We only need the on press just now. I'm going to say on press change, and then just pass the boolean through to the on press function that's passed into it. So if I do an on press prop here, then do a handle preview toggle, we'll create a function here in the blog card called handle preview toggle, and this will receive the boolean from the props. So we've got a function which takes pressed, which is a boolean. So we'll say pressed. There's a boolean that's going to come through here, and then we'll do a bit of state here. It just says is preview visible. Can change the name afterwards. And we'll say no to begin with. And then we'll just, for this, we'll set as preview visible to the new value. Default pressed. I think we just want pressed here. Okay. So we'll consider it pressed if the description is visible. Pressed does not exist on type. What? Must be used in conjunction. Oh, I need to pass it through. Ah, okay. Well, guess I'll just call it on press change then. Is it going to be happy now? It is not going to be happy. Oh, it's because that's fine. Happy now? Pressed does not exist on the toggle. That's because I've not given it the correct props. Let's just say that accepts toggle props. And then that would make that on press change. We can actually just do it. Let's just spread the props on here because we know they're all going to be applicable for the toggle. And then one thing I want to do here is if props is pressed, give me something, otherwise give me the none icon. And for in here, I want the open icon. Grab this. What are you not happy about? So now, if we toggle it, it should show an eye. And then let's look at, where's our icon links? Because I basically want to style it in a similar fashion to that. Here we go. Yeah, that looks like a bit of me. Styled preview toggle all is unset. Background color, let's ditch that. Data state on, let's go some focus. Right. So that's quite large. Is that really the size of them? That make that 44. Yeah, 62. What? What? Oh, it's because that's 24, 24. 18. I'll store them in a variable at some point. Just close that. Right, so the icon has come down a bit. It's still 62. Spacing is too. I mean, maybe I just don't need the spacing if I'm doing the. There we go. Spacing 2 is in fact I'll just give it the same thing. But what is spacing 2? It says 8 pixels. So if I made this 36 instead, if I made that 24, I think I want it to be 24. Yeah, that makes it 42. That's perfectly acceptable, I think. I'm not completely sold on this, if I'm honest. But we'll put it in and we'll see how it looks. I can always take it out. So we've got some styled content here. We have the emoji, and then we have this. So I think what I want here is box direction. Well, interestingly, the ref is attached to that. I'm going to I'm going to keep the link, and I'm going to say, is preview visible? Otherwise, give me text title 3. And then inside here, I'm going to say text body. I'm going to say blog card props. I'm going to need a description from here. I'm not going to have one just now, so I'll just say lorem ipsum, just so it doesn't freak out. And then do this. Ooh, a description does exist. That is interesting. Right. So that's a lot. So let's see how text ox looks. That's a bit better. Yeah, quite like that. I'm actually going to try button border style, border color, right? Gotta put that back. So that's 44. Oh, I just clicked this part. It's annoying. That's not terrible, actually. I don't like the layout shifting. I think I'm going to, for the card, I have a regular card here. That card is using a styled card outer. And I'm going to give this a min height. I actually quite like where it's at just now. What is it just now? So it's like 407. So if we made it 425. Made it 410. Yeah, I think 410's 410's the sweet spot. Yeah, there's an ever so slight shift there. 410. I mean, should we be 5 years old and make it 420? Or 16 years old, I should say. All right. What I want to know is, can I think I'm just gonna have this outline appear on mouse hover, because there are two focus areas here. I'm just gonna go to, so here's the focus within. I'm just gonna take that out for just now. And I'm just gonna go global styles. And then I'm just gonna make a global focus style here. We're gonna say outline. We're gonna do the classic 1 pixel solid red. And I'll put a comma. Oh, I think I must have removed focus. There's the card. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Probably go to the card where preview toggle. I'm not sure that's the right place for this. Anyway, let's put the logic in and then we'll mess around with it. One thing, let's go to the card. And let's grab this. Want something similar? I think for the description, we're going to have 4. And that takes up about the same as 3 lines of the larger. I'm tempted to put this up here. But again, I've got distracted again. Fucking every time. Where was I? I was putting this in. I've got a text aux here, and I want to put spacing top. Let's just say 4. Ooh, that didn't do anything. It's because I can just add it here. Spacing 4. My dog has serious zoomies. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like that, but it's now I'm gonna have to reduce the spacing to prevent layout shift. It's still doing layout shift. Sorry, my dog is going bananas. There we go. Emoji. Where is the image? 1 second, my dog's going fucking bananas. I'm at an absolute tangent. Right, overflow's hidden, we're clamping, we've added a little bit of extra line height, which is kind of cheating. But we can come back to that when we do fonts. I'm still undecided about this, but at least this is now working. One thing I wanted to test here. The image is being passed to the card. I don't really want... Nah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to leave that as is. I was going to try and put like the description up here and stuff, but I'm too tired. And this kind of works, right? The only thing I don't like is that these are quite thin. This is quite fat. This is non-clickable, so it doesn't need to have a decent target area, but this needs to have the 44 pixels, because if I'm on mobile and my fat thumb goes to the side of that, if it clicks here, it's going to take me through to the article. I can kind of cheat here, and I'm tempted to do it because someone is definitely gonna get caught by this. Let's try. It's a little bit hacky, but I'm gonna see if I can put it in. So we've got this preview toggle here, right? We're passing props in. Toggle props. And let's grab CSS, because this is going to be a custom one. And I just want to say CSS, and can I add a before? Let's add a pseudo element with a width of, what have we got, 44, and then what's the spacing here? 4, 16, so let's say 60. A height of 60, background red. Position absolute. I'm a bit worried why nothing's shown up yet. Oh, it's been so. Was there any content? Is that like an empty string? There we go. There we go. And then we're going to do a Z index of -1. And that'll knock it behind. And then let's actually make it 80 pixels. Whoop. So it fills that whole corner. And the advantage of this is if I now click this, I'm now clicking outside of the button, but it's still just toggling on and off. Whereas if I come out the square and click this, then it will take me through to the article. And that just prevents fat thumbs who maybe want to see the description and they would come through to the article. And that's obviously a bit frustrating. I need to fix that focus area as well. Anyway, we have this, but obviously we don't want a red one here. So we are going to do background of transparent. And now you'll see I can actually hit outside of the button. There we go. It was a little bit further up, but that should be enough, I think. How does that look? Yeah, it still fills it. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now that the logic is in, let's see. Let's just commit this. Add radix toggle. What hacky style did I put in here? I wonder what. Is this generic focus? I'm gonna remove. I'm just gonna delete these focus styles. for now. Cool, there's our blog description toggle. That was pretty easy. Now I just need to write descriptions for all the blogs. Do I want that border though? Because don't know. Where's the card? Border color. Could just do that because it's not really important. Oh, it's too inconspicuous now. You also don't know what the hit area is, but it does blend in a little bit better. I wonder what would it look like if the card what if sometimes if you just reshuffle I feel like this should be up here. Or I put it on the emoji. But no one will ever know. Yeah, did I put it on the emoji? No one would know, but I would know. Let's. Where are we? Let me just close all these because I'm tired and I forgot where I was. I'll just open up the button, and here's our preview toggle, right? And instead of this. This is accepting props, which means it will accept children. So that'll disappear. And if I go back to the card component and I look at my blog card, I'm just going to put this back where I found it. Oh no. Yep. Looks I quite like the tags being bottom left, and then instead of this preview toggle being here, here's the emoji. I'm just going to grab this and then I'm going to add it here. Now, there must be some styles on that emoji. And I've grabbed that from text, which is a styled emoji, fucking hell. And that styled emoji, oh, it's just a display block. Emoji prompts. I still have to type that. Just because I have focus? Yeah, yeah. That can be my Easter egg. We're on the card. Here's the preview toggle. We've added the before element to this. Probably doesn't need to be as big as 80 now. I'm going to turn that back to red just so I can see it. Yeah, that's way too big. It's going to make it 44. And it's because this has H3 styles. What if I pass display? No, you're not keen for that. Let's see why. There's the before, it's the button. It's because this button is a styled preview toggle which has display flex, and I think I want this to be inline flex. Still no min width. Why does justify never work when it's a column? Never get it to work. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that. Alright. Look at the preview toggle. I want to display inline flex. And I want to align self. Flex start. There we go. Annoyingly, this will slide under the image. But styled blog content. Is that because I put a min width on it? And that's absolutely positioned, so it shouldn't matter. Preview toggle. I'm just going to take this off. And give it a spacing of 2. Just going to bump it up a little bit. What if I actually just take the spacing off entirely? There we go. If we really want this to work, and kind of do. That's just going to be self-closing. This is actually going to take this off of this. Oh, actually, no, because it will get overridden. So we can have it as a default of preview toggle. But then when I'm actually calling it here, we can say this, and we'll say the area label will be view description. Review article preview. Toggle article preview. We have a Z index of -1. I'm actually going to make that 0. And then I'm going to make this emoji of a Z index of 1. There we go. So that 0 will now sit on top of that image, and then oh, well, that shows how much that was actually doing. And I'm just going to make this transparent. There we go. So now we've got a 44 by 44 hidden description, which no one will ever press. But I mean, it's kind of fun, right? And I didn't really like the circular button with the tag there. So that's cool. So let's commit that. Just have a quick sanity check before I do this. Seems fine. We have removed, actually, I'm just going to go to this card a second because, oh, not the card. Yeah, the card. I don't think we need this anymore. We need to keep this margin top just to make sure that the tags always appear at the bottom. We can now click this to get a funky little description, which will truncate, but it won't cause any layout shift, which is pretty handy because we added a minimum height to the card. So we'll just need to remember when we put our fonts in to make sure and test that. Oh my. Sorry, I'm just reporting that bot that's in the chat. Just remove. There. Typed out. Okay. So the whole thing's clickable. So if I click this, that's going to flip the description, but I should still be able to click anywhere here and it will take me through. And the advantage of doing that is I won't have nested interactive content. At least I don't think I do, because the link is here and the toggle is here. Technically I've made the card interactive content because I've given it a Z index of -1 and a non-press handler. This is a bit sketchy, but I mean, if it's terrible, then I'll just remove the description. It's not the end of the world. Okay, one thing at a time. I'm pretty happy with that. One thing I was toying with was here. I actually get rid of the subscription button here, and I was thinking about adding it in and just having it similar to these buttons, just having it appear here. But I'm not sure I'm in the mood. I'm trying to think if there's any other content that I need to add. One thing I definitely need to do that I've just been putting off for ages. Let's just commit that. Show description on emoji toggle. One thing I need to do here is this CV. It's sort of coming together now. I've added this huge black block, which I'll obviously refine over time, but I wanted this to be the same height and width as my banners. So here, and then here. These all take up the same amount of space, they'll have the same aspect ratio, and it just prevents any major layout shifts between them. I think I'm going to pay someone to create some banner content. I can just use placeholders for now. And the one thing that I want, I'm pretty happy with this, I can style the content later. First thing I want to do is, I want to reduce my text, but only in the CV page. Which is tricky. There are a couple of ways to approach this. Some are hackier than others. I have this text body. I could add a prop, and when that prop is true, then it reduces the size of it. So I could add like, I don't think it likes using the word variant. I just had a small prop. I love when I get tired because I just start firing at will. So we have a styled text body here, which has p styles. And I'm gonna add a variant here. The variant will be small, and small will have, what am I adding here? Font size of 18. Number is not assignable to variance. It's because I need to say this is a Boolean value, so I need to say it's true. And then if it is true, then we pass font size of 18. Not massively keen on that, but let's see how we get on. Nobody's gonna know. The thing is, I want to reduce all the text sizes in here. They're all just, I can work out if I want to reduce the ones here or if I want to increase the blog ones. It may well be I want to increase the blog ones, but just to illustrate the point, where's my profile? If I said small here, nothing will happen. Small is true. Has that been overridden? Because it's at a different breakpoint. Yeah, I think that's this. Of interest, let's go for the old favourite. Now I definitely don't want to do this, and that doesn't work anyway, so let's remove this because that's hideous. I need some way of reducing the font size here because I quite like it here. Pretty happy with the font size here. I like it on the blog page. I think that's quite a nice size. Description is quite nice too, although I'm not sure I want that all in uppercase. So if I had a smaller text body, then I would be able to put it in there too, which is tempting. Food for thought. I like the rest of the text styles here though. And I'm pretty happy with the text font sizes here. So I think it is just here. The problem is I have a lot of content. And the right hand column here is pretty chunky because it has all my experience, whereas there's only so much stuff you can put in here. I'm toying with putting testimonials in here, but we'll see. What is a good way to bring the font size down here? I could. Where are we? What's the top? So we've got a layout, we've got a box here, right? And if I put an ID of this and put CV as the ID, I wonder what would happen if I had text styles, which add P styles. It's not going to override the breakpoint though, unless I increase the specificity. So I wonder if that would, let's see, if I said CV, was it a div? Div.cv. Yep, there we go. If I said div.cv and any children, that didn't work. Excellent. Why didn't that work? It's not even applied it. So we've got P styles, div dash dash CV. Oh, because I did div class, div class ID CV. There we go. I was losing my fucking mind. Okay, so that's pink. What if I do 16 here? What if I do 12? Yeah, because it's not going to override the breakpoint. I wonder. Oh, I keep doing this because I have to keep flipping between Mac and Windows. Yeah, stranger things have happened. I thought if I maybe put it, if I declared it under the objects, it would work. So in order for this to work, I would need to do what, this? Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Yo, my pet. Color of 12. Hey. That should have a higher specificity than the breakpoint. So that should override those styles. 12 is too small. I reckon 16 is where it's at. Not here though. 18. Let's have a look. Maybe 20. How's 20 looking? And I also want to do. This. I really want to bring that spacing in a little bit because I'm doing it on every other page. That black box is pretty funny, but so like for instance here, I've got some a thin gutter here, and then I add a little bit of extra, a little bit of cushion. So we've got space 4 there, as opposed to, what's this? 2? I think it's the entire page container I've got on a 2. Yeah, so it's 2, and then I've chalked on an additional 4 on top, I think. Where are we at? Where are you at? Yeah, there we go. So I should probably do the same for the CV here, because that looks a bit doit. Page header, I don't want it on this one. I want it from profile onwards, which is technically we have a gap. Oh my god, there's so many properties on this. Spacing horizontal. No, I want spacing vertical. Boy, you tripping. No, I don't. I want spacing horizontal. What are you talking about, man? That's certain. Oh, I'm not even at 100% here. Where is that spacing 3 coming from? This is the container that is wrapping. What if I add it here? Let's add too much just to see if it works. It does not. This has definitely not been my night. So there's the contact section. Profile, wait, divider, profile. I think it is this one. Why is that got some flex wrap going on there. Spacing horizontal. Initial 10. Ah, it is there. That's weird. Alright, so I added an additional 4 on there. What was it before? Was that 5? I mean, even that is better, right? It just looks a little bit tidier. Apart from this absolute fucking monstrosity. These should be hidden on mobile anyway. But I was fucking around with this CV header and a print header and just got. Whoa. Yes, so I mean, stealth hero. Why has that not added? Oh, it's because it's absolutely positioned. Oh my god. I'm gonna come back to this header because I've made a royal arse of it. Let's just keep an eye on this. This looks okay. Font size 20 looks pretty good here. How does it look on the classic? This. Yeah, I mean that looks fine, right? Justify is a bit annoying there. If I take that off. Left align's probably. I don't know actually. Ugh, that gets a bit nasty, doesn't it? How does it look when you come out here? It will give me more space. Actually, I don't think it does. But it's consistent with the rest of the page. I'm going to leave it as justified for now. Okay. That's not terrible. That is terrible. Okay, let's remove it for now until we figure out that monstrosity. I think if you justify a paragraph or a span, it will do that. It will fill all available space, but if it was a header, then it wouldn't. So, guess we'll see. What are we at? 1 hour. The one thing that I am dreading doing, and that's why I'm just aimlessly scrolling on this page at the moment, is I want to do print styles here. Oof, it's at 4 pages at the moment. Interestingly, dev CV. I think I'm going to move this in here, and then that'll increase the specificity, and then if I hit print, then that should all be a lot smaller. So we're down to 3 pages, which is good. Spacing now, I think. Guess I'll just work down. I started adding some print styles in here. I'm just ignoring this header for now. Let's just remove these print styles for now. So here we have the main CV. The main gap. So this is the gap between the contact and the profile sections. So if I increase this to 10, there's a bigger gap between the contact and the profile here. Let's make that 7. Let's say 4. Interestingly, I'm setting that to 4 for print. Wait. Yeah, that doesn't make sense if I do 2 here. Yeah, okay. I think it was just going back from 7. And it was going back to 5. Oh. Yeah, okay. So, I want to keep this super tight. Not a lot of room there at all. We have been doing, every time. We've been doing print first. Okay, so that seems fine. So we'll do that's a divider. Initial display, initially display none. I probably want this as well. Yeah. And then I probably want this as well, because I want to emulate the desktop style on the print section. So when I print the CV, I want it to look like this without this hideous black box. So when I hit print, because I am in a dark theme, I think if I now hit print, oh, nope, dog and shite. All right, we'll go back to that. We'll come back to the divider. All right. These gaps are going to be fun because I'm going to say, let me print an initial. So it was previously a gap of 10 regardless of the viewport. And I'm going to say I want it 5. We'll go half to begin with. So we'll stay on 10 initially, but if we go to print mode, then we go to 5. So that should reduce the gap between each of these sections. So we have the profile and the experience section. So between here, there should be less of a gap. That should be the first thing. So there, there's profile and experience. I'm actually just going to increase that to 6. That actually doesn't offend me at 10, just because it's defining 2 separate sections. Yeah, that's actually not terrible. This is terrible, but the gap between the sections isn't too bad. This divider is causing me problems, and I'm gonna fix that temporarily by saying red. Excellent. So now if I do print styles, ooh. Why is that not appearing? Is it because it's decorative? No. No, it just really doesn't want to show itself. Wow. That's bizarre. Why would that not show? It's just a div. Is it because it's an empty div? And what with the background color? That's bizarre. Did not mean to do that. That's annoying because that's going to throw my spacing off. But I really want to like suck this all in. Let's go back, right? Let's ignore the divider for just now and just assume that that's how we want it. We have a gap of 10 here, and that's between here and here. The problem is if we bring in too much, then it will look like a single body of text, but we want to have it as two separate sections. So let's grab this. And then let's just add this in, and we want a print and an initial. So initially we wanted 10, on print we'll go down to 6. And it's okay. It actually looks, annoyingly there's the same amount of space here as there is here. So I'm going to want to tighten this up as well. So let's move our print over here. So we're doing 6 between the sections, so let's do 3 here, and then there's a gap of 1. This doesn't need to be perfect at the moment, but I'm gonna drop this right down to like, I don't know, 4. And I also want to actually, I want to keep that at 6. Yeah, there it is. There's the kicker. Let's bring that to 3. There we go. Then that brings this all much tighter. And then we've got a huge gap here, but there's a divider in there somewhere. Let's grab a print and initial. That was 4, right? So initial 4, I'm going to say 2. And then initial 7, say 3. Kind of like going blind here, but yeah, that just brings that in. And as long as all of the borders underneath these headers have spacing 2 top, 3 bottom, then at least it will be consistent. We're still on 3 pages though. I really want to get this to 2. Oh, that's a lot. One thing to do is let's reduce the size of these fucking tags. I could also put these in line. Maybe let's do the tags first because they're offensive. Where are we? Alright, so here's our contact section. Education, expertise, interests. I think this is it, right? Expertise and interests. All of these. I'm going to find all of these. I've lost myself, but this will be worth it. If I go back to where I was at the profile. There's personal. Where's the divider that I changed? Here we go. So if I copy this and I find all the other dividers in this page, and then oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Did I not copy the right? Expertise. Oh god, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Right. Copy this. find all the other dividers. Why is that not copying? Oh, if I still got it. Okay. Ugh. That's infuriating. There we go. All right. Oh man, whatever. One last shot at that. That shouldn't be this difficult. I think they might need to all be on one line. Let's find the other dividers. There we go. That's bizarre. Right, at least these are now all... These should now all follow suit. And we can go to the tags. So we have a grid item here, which I'm pretty sure is the tag. It has a padding of 2. At print. Just make that padding of 1. Cool, already smaller. And there's actually a lot of space here. So this has a flex basis. We have a print here. I'm going to reduce this to 200. That should give me some more space on here. I think that's about as far as we can probably... I don't know whether these tags are taking up so much space. One thing I'm going to do, which is kind of cheeky about, is interests. I'm just going to turn that into UI design. I'm going to take out learning in public as well. Okay, getting closer. I really want to get this onto 2 pages. However, there is quite a bit of content here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I've also still got a header to put in. Oh, it's definitely not going on. Which begs the question, should it be in this view? What if I didn't add... So I've got the CV here. What if I didn't add... Where's the flex basis? What if I just remove this? And then here. If I just allow that to wrap, actually. I want that to wrap reverse because I want the profile to be first, because these are side by side. So this actually takes up 4 pages. So I'm actually better off at the moment being on a 200. Oh, one thing I can do actually, we can make some more space here. Let's put them onto one line. So there's the gap. Where do I... There's notable work. Content, is it this box? Here we go. So the direction is initially vertical and then it goes horizontal. So when I'm in print, I want it to go horizontal. I'm guessing I'm going to need to do this as well. And then I'm guessing I need to do it for this as well. Nice, that puts that all in one line. I think I'm going to have to, on the print, go down to 14. So we're still on 3 here, but we are much closer to get this onto 2 pages. Should we try and... I'm not sure how easily these will align. Let's see how much space I get off of this. Oh, nothing. Because I didn't spell it. Okay, so we're now on to 2, but it looks hideous. So it's 1.5 is the default height. That's not what I wanted. Getting there. Oh, we just sneak into. Box styles. I think I'm gonna go on print here. How do these look normally? Yeah, they actually look fine there. I think I just want the print styles here. Let's remove the line height. That should give me a little bit more breathing space. Wait, did that work? It did. And it gives me some space to suck that in a little bit. I think that's the easiest way to make savings, is to go lengthways rather than widthways rather than length. Yeah, there we go. Now we're on to 2. Ideally I can bring this right in and then I can maybe either increase the font size or the line height. I still need to get my name up top as well. Let's try fake it till you break it. before. Oh, what do you not like? One thing I could do is for the tags. Huh? Border. None. No padding, no border. I knew I just clicked that. Yep. Okay. So we have a grid item, grid root, and we'll just create a print here. Grid column gap. We'll just bring that right down to 1. Row gap won't matter because we're on to, let's just make sure we're on 1. Ah, we will be because we'll be on this, but we'll just be explicit. Grid item, style div, and then text line left. There are icons there somewhere, but I can't see them. Annoyingly, my email address has taken up quite a lot of space. I kind of need the icons to give these context, which is unfortunate. Just want to see. Yeah, that's okay. Grid item. I don't think this will make a difference. It did. Nice. I'm just gonna put that down to 1. There we go. And then we'll remove the border. Nice. Just keeps that nice and tight. One part I actually want to add more space, which is about the only place, is the education. So we're mapping over education here. And I don't think we have any space between them. We have that gap. The annoying thing is these are treated as 3 separate grid row gap. Is 5. Oh, yeah, education. I didn't realise that was a grid. Ah, it's because when I go into tablet, I think I go side by side. Where's my education? Yeah. So these are side by side. I mean, how would that look if just made that print? Yeah, it just gives it a bit more space. What's the divider space? What did I make it? 3. Yeah. It's fine. I don't know what's going on with those references. Maybe it's just knocked into the next page because of where it cut. Annoyingly, why has that put me back to 3 pages? Oh, it's because I increased the line height. Yeah. Let's see what 125 looks like. Like this eats up a big chunk of space. Let's try. Let's go to this. Oh. What's the current line height here? 30. That's fine. Line height's fine. Right, I want to try and put these in line. So I'm just going to have a quick mess around here and see if I can do that. So it is a column already. That's a good start. It is semantically incorrect because we're missing a UL here. So, notable work. Here we have it. So I think we want a box as a UL here. Excellent. It's because it's horizontal by default. That's fine, we can fix that later. Actually, let's just do it now. So let's add a direction. So when it's print, I want it to be horizontal. I think that's the only time. I think I'm happy with it being vertical on the others. If I just do that, that'll at least put it like this just now. And then if I put it into print mode, there we go. Then it's in a line. I'm going to flip this to horizontal just now, which is incorrect, but it means I can style it here and not have to keep jumping into the print styles. So here we have a UL, we're displaying flex, and what if I justify content to space between? That looks garbage. What if instead of justifying the content, what if I added a gap of 5? If I added a gap of 10. There we go. And then what if I added some horizontal spacing of 10 again? 5. There we go. And then let's put that vertical. See how that looks. Yeah, terrible. So spacing horizontal and gap. When it's print, I want a gap of 10. Initially, I don't know, I think 4. I think this should have the same gap as, where are we? This. So what's the spacing between these? 4. Yeah, nice. So let's say the gap is 4 and the spacing horizontal, I think I only want print styles here, and the spacing horizontal was 5, I think. Although maybe that's not terrible if that was just 5 permanently. Yeah, that keeps everything. And then that notable work. Is that just a box? Yeah. So let's just add a gap here of 4. So is this 6? That's 7. Okay. So if we make the gap 5. Actually, I think I want to make the gap 3 here. Just so it looks as if it's all closer together. And they belong together. Okay. How does that look if I go into print? Okay, so then I say by side, and let's do line items center. Okay. Oh, I made a royal arse of that. I don't know why I just don't type. I seem to think I'll save time doing that. There we go. So then they're aligned nicely, and there's just a bit too much space there. So that gap of 3. Initially, I'll have that as 3, and on print, just the 1, please. Oh. If I put that on the wrong thing? Box. Ah, is that added? Oh, fuck's sake. If I had a gap of 10. Oh no, it is there. I'll also hit. Keep hitting the links. So it is adding a gap there. So I actually just want. That's fine. Getting it onto one line is definitely going to help there. Cool, so we're on 2 pages and I've got enough space to get my header in on the top. How long have I got? 10 minutes. See if I can squeeze in the header. So we have this absolute monstrosity, which I obviously don't want, and the problem is this is an aspect ratio, so it's always going to hit a specific width and height, which I don't want for the print styles. I just want this stuff. I actually don't even want this, I just want this. So I have a styled page header here. And the page header is what you can see at the moment, which displays as block, and then on the print styles you'll notice nothing is here. I then created a print header, which is the opposite, right? So if I just put a page print header here, and then we put in a text title 1. If I now go to print, we should see hello here. So I'm actually just going to grab, this entire thing, and I'm just going to pop that in there. You do not like that. And then I'm just going to grab this, I think. Go in here. Now I've got my name and stuff, which is cool. I can actually make this slightly better because I've saved this, so I should be able to use a personal object, which is my name. Personal occupation, and then personal location. There we go. And now I've got my name, and now I just need to get this spacing to match up, because I obviously want that aligned. And I'm just going to minimize all this. So there's my print header, this is what I want to focus on. I wonder if that's all I need. Have a look. It looks pretty close. I'm still on 2 pages. And then one thing I want to add here is on the styled print header. Actually, I can just put it on this box, I think. I'm going to do a border bottom to 5 pixels solid. There we go. Beautiful. Annoyingly, how could I beat that margin? I actually think that's the paper margin, right? Oh, that is. Oh no. No! I wonder if you can force it into. Oh, what an absolute kick in the teeth that was. I can't go any smaller than that. What happens if I go margins? None. There's quite a lot of space up the top there. Spacing vertical. Spacing horizontal. Is what, 5? print 3 here. Why is there still that big old chunk of space at the top? Spacing vertical. I just said spacing bottom. Oh no, absolute disaster. I've been modifying the page one. Not this one, which is the print one. There we go. Oh, so close, so close. That gap there, that can come in. Where are all those dividers? I don't actually want to replace all of these, so I should be able to just do this. I'm gonna go 1, 2. And then this gap here can come in, so there's, where are we? I seem to remember I left that as 10. Initial 10, print 6, experience, gap of 10, there we go. Down to 5 you go. That did nothing. This is... That's actually, that looks more than these at the moment. More. That looks larger. More. I'm gonna go down to 11 here. So I can now comfortably do it if there's no margins. That's how my CV would look, which is quite nice. So if I ever need to print it out, then I can just grab it from here. It means I don't need to fuck around in Microsoft Word. If someone else was to print it out, I'm gonna need to work out why the icons and things don't show on print. Oh, what, I need 3 lines. This is all pretty tight, isn't it? Suck it in, man. Suck it in. Ooh. That still works. Still 3 lines, it doesn't make a difference. If there are margins on that, is this? I'll just bring that right in. The problem I would have, I suppose, is if I took this off, then yeah, I'm kind of tight on this side. I think it's safe to go on the assumption that most people will be on default here. Styled print header, spacing bottom. These styles actually don't matter because this will only render for printing, so I can get rid of them. One line. All right. Oh, it's taken up quite a lot of gap there. Just gonna have to really tighten up the experience, I think. Where is experience? Employer, here we go. So we've got content here, that's gonna need to just come down. This is the gap, so if we go down to 2 here. I'm not sure I can do a gap of 0 here. I think, I don't think that works, because I'm pretty sure this only accepts, well, it accepts a number. Spacing, yeah. Is gap on this? I don't know, it'll be flex, right? There we go. I'm gonna have to add a variant here. Gap of 0. Again, flex gap. Wonder what the default value is. Yeah, you can have gap 0. Nice. Cool. So we'll add gap of 0 there. Oh, still there. Come on. Use lag. Notable work. We've got an LI there with a link. A text body as a span. That gap is a horizontal gap, so it doesn't affect us. The spacing horizontal doesn't affect us. We have no gap on print styles between the notable work and the UL. We have a 2 gap here. We're just gonna have to bring this down to a 1. What was that? Gap of 2. So we're 1 here, 2 here. And then this is just going to need to come down to a 2 as well. And there's a gap here. This can come down to a 5. Right, that's got to be enough. Oh, that's loads. Absolutely loads. Right. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit more back in then. Just just going to turn that to 2 pixels because that offends me. It's just a little bit easier on the eye. What's the vertical on this? Vertical print 5. Yeah, that can come down to horizontal 1. Let's go to 2. Print header, spacing bottoms at 3. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's go 3, 3. Micro adjustments here. Okay, what looks a bit tight? Oh, I didn't reduce the profile gap. Profile. Divider. Here we go. The gap. 4. Okay, craziness. I'm actually going to go to 3 here, I think. And then, where's the employer content? Yeah, I'm going to go to 3 here as well. Nice. It just gives a bit more space. And then I would just like a tiny bit more space. Direction here. Between the position and the content. Nice. I must have got lucky with how the pages have broke, because I seem to have noticeably more space now. I'm gonna add a gap of 1 here, because then I wouldn't need to add. Oh, really? That's the. Alright. That's the one that tips it over. Cool. Can I add? So here's the notable work. Here's a box. So it must be a gap between all of these. Can I go to 3 here? Probably not if that last one tipped it over. Yeah. That's a shame. Oh well, I managed to do it, which I'm pretty happy about. Did not think that was happening. Okay, that'll do for tonight. I can tidy up this sort of stuff later, but at least I've got it all on 2 pages now, which I'm pretty happy with. Let me just... every time. Every goddamn time. Now, I can just revert that, because I didn't use that. I added a gap 0 variant. I mean, duped interests. And finally, resized CD for printing. Nice. Let's just cancel that, see if it builds. I think that'll do for today. Hopefully this builds. It does. I'm going to push that up. I'm going to do a yarn dev, get a local build running. So to recap, I started the evening on the blog page. If it loads. There we go. And I added in a description to the blog posts whenever you click on the emoji. I added a pseudo element, which means you can click slightly outside of it, just to increase the target area to stop you from going through into the article. And then I also tidied up my CV styles, and in particular I got it working in print mode. So this should now all format in a reasonably tidy manner, and most importantly it fits on 2 pages. Alright, I am going to bed. Thank you for watching. See you next time.